Oi oi, hello guys and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing well today. I've got a brand new game for you to show you very early, and I want to say thank you before we get started. I want to say thank you to Toplitz for sending me a code for this. I do appreciate this, guys, so I can check it out very early. This is Sengoku or Sengoku Dynasty, however you want to pronounce it, but it's a brand new game in the Dynasty series. Now, if you've played any previous Dynasty game, you pretty much know what you're getting into here, like Farmers Dynasty, Lumberjacks Dynasty, Medieval Dynasty. This one kind of leans toward Medieval Dynasty a bit more, like how the game's set up. I'll go into details in a minute, but yeah, if you like that game, you've got to love this. You've got to love this. If you love Medieval Dynasty, you'll love this. I have played all the Dynasty games, I think, pretty much I can remember. Yeah, they're on my channel, so I'll leave a link in the description if you want to go and check those out. Yeah, great games. So it's due to release on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X on the 21st of August. Right, let's put some gameplay on screen now so you guys can actually see what it's like. Let's dive in. So yeah, Sengoku Dynasty is an ultimate feudal Japan experience, man. You build villages, grow your community, and shape the open world through combat or economy. Rise to the power as a ruler, or relax in the hot springs, man. The choice is yours. But more importantly, you can do this solo, yes. But you can do this in 4-player co-op as well. So excellent for putting that in. And it's also cross-play. So that is, yeah, absolutely amazing. So yeah, awesome. Build a life, cultivate your community, and start a dynasty in a region once devastated by famine and war. So yeah, when you first start this game, you arrive on the beach with nothing. You just walk up to some NPC and he says to you, okay, we need to start a village going. So you come across your first village. All the houses, it's all been burnt down. Obviously, like I said, it's been through like famine and war. So you see the destruction of these villages, and then eventually you just build up these villages, destroy the burnt houses, and rebuild the whole, community again. And obviously you do that by making workshops. You make, just like Medieval Dynasty, you'll have hunter's workshop, you'll have the fishing workshop, you'll have the carpentry and mining and so on. You have all those kind of workshops which can upgrade, craft tools, weapons, meals, medicine, that kind of thing, cultivate the land, a bit of farming, and then learn how to give jobs to your community, because you'll find these like stragglers left from the war, and you kind of talk to them and say, why don't you join me? Help me rebuild the village. And that is what's happened right now. I have put about, as a time recording of this, I put about 20 hours into this game. So yeah, as you can see, my village is pretty well built up. You can see the carpenter there, like, just going to work. And just like Medieval Dynasty, they just go around doing their jobs that you've told them to do. Like, you got the woman there doing the well. You got this person here doing the foraging, and also these NPCs you can actually get quests from them. So when you speak to them, they'll have personal quests which are like procedurally generated. They might say to you, okay, give me 8 cooked fish, give me a bucket, and give me some oil or something. And you say, okay then, so you can go ahead and do that, and that builds kind of like a relationship and happiness with these villagers as well. So yeah, just as in Medieval Dynasty, you have complete control of your whole community. Whoever you speak to and recruit to the village, you have total control of. You tell them what jobs to do. As you can see, she's fishing, which is actually so peaceful and lovely just to stand and watch them. Also, family, that's the thing. So as in Medieval Dynasty as well, you can find a spouse amongst your villagers, and then they can move in with you, and you can get married or whatever, and then have a child. So yeah, after the child is born, your spouse will take care of the child. Once they grow older, the child will be sent to a monastery to receive education in a safe environment. Naturally, such prestigious education will require some investment. So you've actually got to pay for this child for their education, basically. So once it's completed, you'll have a choice of passing on dynasty to your new heir, and you still retain your starting background and perks and inventory, but you essentially be creating a new character. Additionally, you'll receive some like craftsman, monk, and warrior XP from the education the child has received. So a really good little system there. I loved it in Medieval Dynasty, and yeah, I really enjoyed it in this game as well. Right, so let me show you the map briefly. You've got about, I think it's 12, no, 11. I think it's 11 different regions you can liberate. So going around the map, you can see the boss camps of each region. Now, obviously, when you liberate this region, you've got to kill so many soldiers. For example, here, you've got to kill 10 soldiers plus a leader. Now, it's only when you defeat that leader that you'll get the benefits of that region. So, for example, you'll have iron will be in the Enshio region. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but yeah. So once you defeat that leader, all of a sudden you can gain access to iron. Now you'll unlock recipes like the iron katana, iron spear, and so on. There's a vast array of weapons in this game. The combat is not like, it's not it's not, you can't class it like Ghost of Tsushima, but it's pretty decent. It's serviceable combat. It's not terrible. You have parrying, you have blocking, you have poise as well. As you can see here, I'm just sneaking up on this little camp here. This is like a minor camp. You get these like minor camps pop up. Yeah, I find selecting a weapon system in mid combat a bit kind of difficult sometimes, but yeah, as you can see, bang, you can parry him. That little blue bar underneath his energy bar is the poise, so you can break his stance essentially, just like Sekiro and so on. But yeah, it's really decent. It's well executed in this game, and as you can see, I'm just trying to take this guy down now. But yeah, trying to get used to the parrying. Like I say, the combat is serviceable. It's not going to be any like From Software game example, you know, blah blah blah. But no, it's pretty good. Like I say, it works. It's functional and it's enjoyable as well. You can loot the bandits here. You can take their coins. They'll be carrying healing drinks. So another good thing as well. They'll be carrying things like weapons you can't access yet. Like they'll be carrying like a bronze katana, which you can't even make, for example. So that's, you know, it's one of the good things about, you know, just venturing out a little bit. But obviously they are tougher. They are tougher. That's the flip side of it. You'll have these things like in little mini camps. You'll have, look, prisoners. So this guy's here caught a prisoner. So now we've got to try and release her, just chop it down with an axe. And then that will release her. And then we can recruit these. We've saved her. So why don't you come live with us? You know, we're starting a new camp. Come and join us. You know, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's really, really cool, man. The open world is massive. Like, it's massive. It's really big. I'm quite surprised and how many regions, how many different things there are to discover. There's shrines as well. So when you discover these shrines, you'll get instant monk XP, 2 skill points you can use straight away. And also each shrine requires a different offering. So some ask for sake, some ask for meat, some ask for, you know, whatever. But yeah, there's question marks all over the map. Lots of stuff to discover. Lots of stuff. You can just go one way and find, oh, what's this? What's that? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Yeah, also I want to mention these camps you're going for. Now, this here is a minor camp. It's not too much of a problem. There's a couple of people there. Now, be very mindful, be clever about your battles, what you're fighting, who you're fighting, how many you're fighting as well. I try and pull one enemy at a time with a bow. In this instance, my bow is broken, I think, so I couldn't quite do that. But yeah, just pull off a shot of a bow. Pull them in, because as you can see, the armor I'm wearing is just hay. It's just hay wrapped around me. Now, that's not going to defend against any sword strike of any description. And depending on how far you go, some of these regions are quite tough and they will just one-shot you and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you're good with the parrying and blocking, not a problem. But I'll just say, you know, be very careful to begin with. Slowly branch out and just take on one at a time if you can do that. And yeah, because, like I say, they do hit hard. And when you die, so the penalty for death is you'll lose 50% of your food, and you'll lose how much money? I don't know. The game just kind of decides. Sometimes you lose 20 quid, sometimes you lose 50 quid. It all depends, I guess, how tough the enemy is and so on. So yeah, that is that to consider as well. You will be spawned back to your village, but you will be alive, but with like half health and, well, 25% your health some cases, and like you'll be starving hungry again. So you'll have to kind of build yourself up again before you can get back out there. But choose your battles wisely. There you go. That's all I'm going to say on that one. All right, management screen. This is your dynasty. This is where all the people you've kind of recruited, your villagers. This is where they will be on the list here. Like I say, if you played Medieval Dynasty, this will be, you'll know exactly what you're doing here. You can kind of give them jobs, give them a place to sleep. Now, what I do like about this one, actually, you can, there's sleeping part, there's sleeping bags, not sleeping bags, but there's a sleeping part for them inside the workshop. So you can basically have a carpenter sleep in the carpenter shop, for example, or a forager sleep in the forager shop. So you're saving a bed space right there. Rather than house them like a Medieval Dynasty and then tell them to go to work every day, they can literally just wake up at their workspace. So that's really good. I really like that. So yeah, once you've liberated a region, then you'll start seeing this, sites like this. Traders will start trading again. They start using the roads because it's perfect. It makes sense because the roads are too dangerous because there's bandits, looters, and that kind of thing. Now you've taken out a boss and all the looters, the roads are safe again, so you start seeing traders again. Now, to begin with, there isn't any traders, obviously, because it's chaotic. But there is one trader woman just kind of left of the village over the hill. You'll see when you find the bamboo trees. She's just beyond that. You'll see her there. You can trade with her. So any kind of bandits you do kill, you can sell the stuff to her. Now, speaking of bandits, you will get raided. Now, this won't happen like straight away, but you will get raided as long as there's an enemy presence nearby, like a boss camp. Now, because I've been in that boss camp, the chances drop from 45% to like 3%. Just be prepared to die, because I died loads because they just raided me. I killed a few of them, but they'll take you down, and they rob your stuff as well. They go into all your inventories and take stuff back, man. So it's like, It's a constant struggle, man. You got to get your stuff back, and I'll start again. It's quite tough, man. But once you liberate the region, take him down, like I say, it'll drop down to 3%, and you won't even notice. You'll be like, raids, what raids? You know what I mean? So it'll be a lot easier to manage. Okay, now you've heard all the good, awesome stuff about this game, but does this game have any problems at the moment? Well, currently it has a few kind of issues on the PlayStation 5. It doesn't appear that Xbox has any issues at the moment, which is pretty random. But yeah, so on the PlayStation 5, if we turn the camera now, you will see there, right, see the ground there? See the ground textures just load in. That's a thing. Sometimes they update like that. And also there is lagging when in build mode. So let's try and build something now, shall we? It's ever so slightly, it lags out a little bit. Now, developers have sent me not patch notes, but notes on this. They are well aware of it. And you have to remember, I'm playing a version of this game which is before the day one patch. So day one patches are inbound. Just want to show you Just want to show you what happens when you go into build mode. Sorry, select a recipe, shall we? 1 second. Get the hammer. And like I say, it's just it's tiny thing. So if you're going to build something, let's try and build something, shall we? And then I'll show you what I mean. Let's just build a tent, something I can actually build. There you go. So let's just say we're going to build a tent there. Let's put that down, right? Now you'll notice as he's adding materials of each hammer here, it kind of sometimes... Okay, well, it didn't work on that one. Right, we'll demolish that because I don't need that right there. But yeah, it does kind of, it lags a bit. So when he's hitting the hammer, sometimes he'll pause halfway through a hammer swing and then just stop. Sometimes you have to reinitialize the building process. There's that. And there's obviously the ground textures. Apart from that, pretty much, like the ground texture not loaded in, those two things... The only kind of things I've noticed that have kind of been, okay, they're bugs in the game. They're pretty obviously bugs. Like I say, the developers have sent me notes on this already to explain that, listen, we're well aware of these problems and it'll be fixed in a day one patch, more than likely. That is the plan. Now, when a multiplayer user logs into your village, but their username is longer than like 16 characters, and they say they want to put a bed down in your place, well, the ID won't display correctly. That's a problem they know about. And pretty much, I've had no other issues. Like I say, the only issues I've mainly have, because I've also not playing in multiplayer because the back end's closed at the moment. It's not open because the game's not out yet. But the only problems I've had is just the ground glitching, like the ground texture's not loading in. So let's just run around for a bit. And sometimes not loading in. I mean, as you've seen, I've shown you, it's not really, sometimes sometimes you'll be facing that way, turn the camera around, and then that texture's unloaded, so it's to kind of reload. But I mean, that's it. I mean, that's going to get fixed in a day one patch. Let's try and build something so I can give you like something bigger I can show you then. Right, hammer, please. Thank you. Let's build a house. Actually, let's build another house. Housing buildings. There we go, small house, that'll do. I don't need this house, but I'll just put it down here for now. Let's put it next to that one right there, shall we? Right, put that down there. Let's see if it does it right. Oh, there you go. So you see that lag there? Do you see that tiny little... Right, okay, watch this. Yeah, I'll probably do it because it does do it. Sometimes you'll be hammering away. There you go. I kind of moved that a little bit, but like I say, these problems they are well aware of, and they're more than likely fixed on the day one patch. There you go. Did you see that? It kind of, there you go. I've got to press the button again to reinitialize him. There you go. Whoops. See? Bit of lag in building. Like that. There we go. It's a perfect example. So, right. Yeah, that's kind of, that's it. And like I say, the ground textures, there's nothing else I've really experienced. Apart from that, I've been having amazing fun with this game. This game is really awesome. Like I say, I'm a big fan of the Dynasty games anyway, old Dynasty games. Yeah, and I love Medieval Dynasty. And to be honest with you guys, right, I've got no worries about, they're going to fix the little teething issues like this at the moment, because Medieval Dynasty still gets supported today on console. It still gets supported. They're still like updating it, adding things to it. So, we're in good hands, man. We've got no problem. You know what I mean? I do have faith in them, you know. But yeah, guys. Apart from that, it's pretty much fine. Like the open world's fine, the combat's fine. I mean, the combat sometimes, yeah, okay, the guys can get stuck on rocks. Sometimes it works in your favour, though. To be fair, sometimes it doesn't. They can back you into a rock. If you're like backpedaling and you're getting surrounded, which they will surround you, you get stuck on a rock and you're kind of like, oh my god! And then they just keep pounding you from left, right, and you know every corner you can imagine. They just pound you, and yeah, so sometimes it doesn't work in your favour. But you know, I think you know in the future that you know that kind of things would just be you know kind of smoothed over. But for the most part, this game is more than playable. Like I say, I've put in about as of this video now 22 hours. And as you can see, I've got a beautiful village with a lovely wall going around here. I haven't unlocked the iron yet, so I can't make a big iron gate, which I want to put there. But yeah, as you can see, guys, I've made a lot of progress. Oh, yes, so storages. Right, okay, I just want to say one thing with the storages. Now, just real quick, in the top left-hand corner, I remember getting this in Medieval Dynasty, but you can kind of fix it really easily. Now, I'm kind of confused on the whole storage thing. I'm been trying to fathom it out, work it out. So basically, each kind of workstation in here has a storage, right? So you have the work, right? Okay, this is another thing as well. When you're in third-person mode inside a house, I wouldn't recommend it because the camera starts to kind of go a bit nuts because it's trying to pan through the roof. So I recommend going to first person when you enter buildings just to solve that issue there. But yeah, so each workstation has different. So here we go, got the tool storage where they can grab their tools from. So you put all the tools in there, the workers will pull them from there. You've got general storage, which now each item has a thing under it to say which kind of storage it belongs to, because now it's all separate. Now before you could just stick the tools. I mean, you can stick the tools. You can, when you first start, you have no choice but to make the general container where they can all pull stuff from, which they will do. The tools can go in general, but you got when you later on you get a tool storage, you'll get a food storage, a beverage storage, and so on, right? So these guys, if they're hungry, they pull something from here. There's all the food in there. If they're thirsty, they pull it from here, and so on, right? Now, if we go into our dynasty map here, right, the jobs, sorry, yeah. Down here, for example, I'm in the foragers, right? So if we go down to the, there you go, foragers web, no storage access, right? Now I don't get that. If we go into here, you can see she's checking, she's gathering mushrooms for me, right? There's a warning sign saying no storage access, right? So I've built every storage access in this hut for her, and it's still showing up. So maybe that's a bug. I don't know. I don't know, unless I'm kind of playing the game wrong. I've put down separate storages as well. I've built every kind of storage possible, and it's still kind of saying storage access. You know, they can't access storage for some reason. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll have to keep playing it and then kind of work it out if I can. I'm a bit stumped on that at the moment. But yeah, guys, right, one quick tip for you as well when you're playing this. Try and build the traveller outpost as soon as you can. What this does, it allows you to fast travel to different regions around the map. So if you find another village, I haven't found any yet, but if you find another village, then you can fast travel with that. Now, if you want to find out where it is in, where is it? It's in basic structures and over here to the top left, traveller outpost. Yeah, make that as soon as you can. I know it does require two bronze, but you can pretty much get tin ore. So let me just pull up the map quickly. I'll just show you this. So you start off here in this region, Sasogi, and what you want to do is just travel just a little bit over here, and you will find tin ore in this region here, the Enjiro region. Yeah, you'll find tin ore here. So, and there's copper ore plenty here as well. So you can copper and tin makes the what do you call it? The bronze ore, yeah. So you've got the smelter here. As you can see, I'm making some now. But anyway, yeah, that will come, the fast travel. You won't have that straight away, but it won't take long. I just recommend you build that straight away. But yeah, other than that, guys, it's been a solid experience. I've had a lot of fun with it, and I will continue to have fun with it. Just a few, like I say, a few teething problems with textures not loading properly on the ground. Again, that will be addressed and fixed, I'm sure. Let me just demolish this tent, because I don't want this tent just in the middle of my village. Thank you very much. There you go. Right, cool. Yeah, solid game. Like I say, if you're a fan of Medieval Dynasty, you will lap this up. Yeah, you will absolutely lap it up. But all right, guys, I'm going to leave that kind of first look / a bit of hints, a bit of tips, a bit of bugs, a few bugs thrown in for the mix. But yeah, also as well, keyboard support. Now, it does recognise a keyboard plugged in, but it doesn't really make use of it. Just thought I'd let you know. So you might have some functionality on the keyboard, but yeah, it's not real proper. But yeah. All right, guys, with that said and done, this is a first look at Sengoku Dynasty, or whichever you want to call it. But yeah, it's been a real pleasure to play this, and yeah, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. But I look forward to making more content in the future. I hope you've enjoyed this first look video at it, and yeah, guys, you can go and pre-order it now if you like the look of this. It's available to pre-order right now. It's available on the 21st of August on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X. Yeah, so good times. All right, guys. Yeah. If you have enjoyed this video, just mind smashing the like button. I appreciate it. And if you want to go and subscribe, that'd be amazing too. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.